This is absolutely disgusting. So, I was watching this M&R video because M&R to me is basically just I need background noise, so I just pop them on and not really pay attention too much to it. And that's really it. This time it was his Ask M&R episode 173 at minute 10:23 where something really was eye-opening to me and it was absolutely disgusting. So this is what the comment entails. Ask M&R. Thoughts on Republic Brick, Life Brick, David Batchhalls, and others doing coordinated buyouts of figures, then promoting how valuable the figures will be in the future, making their fans, mostly kids, panic buy, causing an artificial surge in price. Their goal seems to be making a decent Star Wars figure impossible to find for a reasonable price, running up the market for future and current collectors. This is clear market manipulation and it's disgusting, and there is at least 4 people in on it. And they have done it with so many figures. For proof, look at Bail Organa, Bespin Leia, Bespin Lando 2018, Antok Merrick, and Thrawn. Clouts in Cloud City Han, and basically any solo figure, countless more, and I'm pretty sure they're playing on more. It's disgusting and it shows that they don't give up about this hobby and just about exploiting fans. And to clarify, this isn't investing in LEGO figures. It's using your influence to cause a surge in figs at an artificial peak. It's market manipulation. Edit 4/29/2021. I would like to clarify something because I'm certain if you respond to this comment, you will be like, oh, this is just capitalism. M&R does this a lot. I'm sorry, I did not want to break this up, but I'll explain some more of this later. M&R does, oh, it's capitalism or not, a lot. And I don't even think he mostly knows what capitalism is. Sometimes how he describes it is almost completely wrong, and he only really uses, oh, it's capitalism, when he already has the object in question, and he's trying to tell his fans that, oh, I have the object, it's easy to get, you can go out and get it, just because it's expensive doesn't mean that you can't have it. That's called capitalism. Anyway, I'll go on more about this later, because this is something that really frustrates me with M&R. Or Timmy is just going to make money from reselling Lego. What's wrong with that? And I'll say it now, reselling Lego and investing with Lego is totally fine. When a set or fig naturally grows in value, there is demand to back it. Problem lies with Timmy coordinating with many people to buy quantities of Lego, then promote to their young audience to buy up a remaining quality and artificially drive up the price. Anyone who has touched on this seems to ignore the point almost completely. Thought I would clarify. If you don't answer, it's clear to see why. Okay, main things with this comment. This is absolutely disgusting to do. Like, I know M&R is going to try and defend this, and he says that he's going to make a video about this soon, so I want to jump on here and get my thoughts out. This is disgusting to do. Like, what he's saying is true. It is perfectly okay to buy up Lego for investing purposes, and it's okay for Lego to go up in price. That means that there's a demand. Like, Captain Rex, like, he's really expensive on the aftermarket because there's a demand for Captain Rex. But asking your fans to go out and buy this minifigure, especially young and impressionable fans to go out and buy this minifigure so the price will go up. And I assume they have many of these so they can just sell it off because that is what they do. They are Lego resellers. They're not really Lego fans. They're just trying to make a quick buck off their young and impressionable fans. Like, this is awful. Okay, I think M&R, when he was making, he even mentioned that in his video, he kind of took it in a joking way when he did his video with Sans.
Working on a video about this since before pretty much anyone even knew it was a thing. I'm not sure if this is what I'm going to release though, because it was filmed in the middle of April, and the tone of it might not necessarily fit the topic. At the time, it was a lot funnier to us.
He had all of his thrown out, and they were laughing and giggling because they found this funny. Also, on the table, you can see that M&R has a ton of Thrawns, so I'm not saying he's a part of the scheme, but what I think he's actually doing is investing for Thrawn because he thinks that Thrawn's going to be more popular after the season 3 in The Mandalorian and all the new shows. What he's doing with that is perfectly fine. Investing in figures and expecting it to go up in price is okay. What the comment is saying is right. It is market manipulation. People do this all the time in stocks. It's called the pump and dump scheme. Basically, you ask people to just go out and buy this stock and then artificially inflate even though there's basically nothing there. And you, like, leave off on the ground floor. Like, as soon as it hits its peak before everyone realizes it, you kind of drop it, you get all your money, and then everybody just basically drops. That's basically what this is. Like, it's been done many times before, but I think this is the first time it's been done in the especially Lego space, let alone minifigure space. Why? Like, I understand why they're trying to make a quick buck, but like, this is awful for people who are going to start collecting in the future. I'm not sure if it's out by now, but I have an entire video coming out about how Lego's becoming more adult-centric, but also there's going to be many littler kids coming in, and they're not going to have a Lando Calrissian, so you know what they're going to do? They're going to ask their parents, can you go online on eBay and buy it? But originally, it was probably going to be like $30, $40, but it's going to skyrocket because no one's going to have it. These 4 people are going to be controlling the market, so like it's going to be how much they want to spend it on. It could be $400, it could be $500. That is terrible. What goes into your mind? Like, how selfish are you? I know Timmy's a Florida man, so you know that's kind of ingrained into him, but that is terrible. I mean, even for Bespin Leia, I know that set is expensive. The Betrayal at Cloud City is going to be an expensive set, so how much more do you need to make him that much more expensive? Especially asking your little kid fans who don't know any better, who do not understand the concept of what's happening, to go out and buy them so you can go out and manipulate the market. That's literally taking advantage of your fans. Like, why does this person have an audience? If that's what he's doing with his audience, just so he can make a quick buck, he doesn't care about them. I don't like Timmy as a person whatsoever. He's an awful person. I'm not sure about the rest. I've never heard of him. But like the first episode of Bricks and Bits, he was talking about, oh, you have a problem with it? I'm gonna go protest. Black Lives Matter is so bad. I can't even enjoy my sports because they're trying to make this political message.
Triggered about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go protest. That's what I'm gonna go do. The whole BLM thing right in the center court.
Right.
You know, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that political thing every single time. Yeah, fuck that, dude. Yeah, I'm out. Okay.
Yeah, I just like
these
watching
sports
the
are supposed to be a
basketball.
play. I'm also, it's my own business, so I can do whatever the hell I want, right?
Right.
But for these
yeah,
guys,
that's my thing. Yeah, you do whatever the fuck you want.
For these guys, this is not their business. These are the owner's business. Okay. So people are like, they have their First Amendment right. No, they actually don't, because when you get contracted, when they sign that contract, they have to follow whatever the owner says, right? So if you want to go and do that on your own time and be a social justice warrior, go ahead. I don't care, right? But when they're there to play basketball, they're there to play football. They're not there to be a social justice warrior. If you want to do that, go do it on your own time. Not when you're playing football. Come on, man. Like I don't need to be lectured.
I don't know. I feel like there's a place. I mean, I don't feel like it's out of place for them to speak up for what they want to speak up for. Like, to me, it honestly.
Right.
Like, what kind of person are you? You, like, what? Are you in, like, this small bubble that you cannot look outside of it? Like, why? We should put all these people on an island and just send them off. Like, we should not have these people in humanity who are just so enveloped in their own personal bubble, and they can't even look outside of themselves. All these people are awful people. Just, like, I keep on going to that example of this little kid or this adult who has to fork over hundreds of dollars just to get a minifigure. I couldn't imagine doing that. I even doing that with the Lego set is god awful, because people do this with stock, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? But like doing this with a minifigure, like a set, I could see it. I can't see it, but like I can almost understand it, because you know, sets are sets. Like they're gonna get expensive after like 5 years. But a minifigure, especially over the Solo line. Ugh. Like, this isn't helping anyone, but it's just helping your pockets and those few fans who, like, went out and bought all of them. It's getting harder to find these guys on eBay and stuff as it is. They're almost completely gone because of this. Do not support this whatsoever. Now, M&R is going to make an entire video about this, and, like, back to this, oh, it's capitalism. M&R does this so much. He does this so much, like, oh, it's capitalism. Well, he's basically trying to say, I have it, so I don't have to worry about it. Good luck, everyone else. Like, if you take the example of the Final First Battle Pack, most people was not able to get the Final First Battle Pack, and they were reselling it. And M&R was like, oh, that's capitalism. While there's people in Australia who can't even get it. He was like, oh, you have to go to the secondary market and get it. That's too bad. That's capitalism. Meanwhile, he has hundreds of these. No, there's nothing wrong. He paid with them. But he cannot look outside himself to realize that most people can't even get these sets if you're in a completely other country. So you have to go out and, oh, it's capitalism. The person who's doing this online has the right to do it. Meanwhile, with the Nebulon, he was having a hard time getting the Nebulon. He was making a massive stink about it. It was like, oh, it's inflating the market. It's so terrible. These people doing this are awful. Why are these guys in the community? Isn't that capitalism? Like, M&R can just pick and choose what he complains about. Like, he does that so much. And I know he's going to come on here and defend him because Timmy's his friend and all this. Like, come on, look outside yourself. Look at the bigger picture besides just your friend, your 2 or 3 or 4 friends who are doing this. Look about this entire community who can't even get this minifigure. This is awful. Like, come on. M&R made an entire thing. It was like, oh, we made jokes. It was kind of funny on his podcast. He was not giving the justification that I needed. I know he's going to be like, oh, it's the same thing I'm doing with Thrawns. It's not, though. It's absolutely not. Like this person said, it's totally fine to invest in Lego and resell Lego. That's not the problem. That's what M&R is doing with this Thrawns. He's investing, waiting for a Thrawn to go up. That is perfectly okay. What they're doing is market manipulation. They are taking something that is a normal price and just skyrocketing it. So it'll be harder. Like, you are manipulating your fans to go into this. I at the beginning of this, I was not like, oh, if M&R makes a video, everything he's saying is like he's boom, 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 hitting on the points, he's doing it correctly, then I probably won't make a video. But if he's going to be defending this, I'm probably going to make a video just talking about how bad this is. Like, how bad, like, both of them are, like, his video and, like, the rebuttal and everything. Like, no. Like, if you anyway support this, well, what's going through your head right now? Just think about all the new collectors who will not be able to have this. Because this guy wants to make a quick buck on his website, which mostly just sells Clone Army custom stuff, which isn't even real, or he tries to make it seem more appealing than it actually is. Like, it's awful. Timmy is not reselling Lego. He is driving up the market and making it harder to get. He's manipulating his fans. All these people are. We have to continue putting pressure on these massive creators because this is manipulation of your younger and impressionable fans. I'm disgusted, but that's all for this video. Don't manipulate the market. Don't manipulate the market at all. Do not manipulate. Just be an all-around solid